find the inverse of f of x equals 2 over 3x minus 5. Alright, so there's a couple steps involved here, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to let f of x equal y. Okay, so let's do that. We'll set y equals to 2 over 3x minus 5. Right, the second step says every y becomes an x and every x becomes a y. Okay, so this y becomes an x, so x equals 2 over 3y minus 5. Okay, now here's the most difficult step. Okay, we have to solve for y now. We have to get y by itself. So now we got to do a little bit of algebra. Okay, so let's do this. First, we're going to add 5 to both sides. Okay, so x plus 5 is equal to 2 over 3y. Now, some of you may like the y to be on the left side, so let's just change the sides over, right? So I'm going to write it as 2 over 3y equals x plus 5. Remember, we want to get y by itself, so we have to get rid of this 2 over 3, right? So let's multiply by the reciprocal. So we'll multiply both sides by 3 over 2. Right? You notice here that they cancel out, right? That's good. So we get the y by itself, and that's going to be 3 over 2 times, in parentheses, x plus 5. Now, if you want to distribute this 3 over 2, you can. Or if you just want to leave it like this, you can as well. Okay, so when I say distribute, I mean 3 over 2 x plus 3 over 2 times 5, right? That gives us 15 over 2. Right, so the last step is sort of the trivial step. You don't really need to do this, but this is our inverse, right? So then we just rewrite it like f inverse of x is equal to 3 over 2 times x plus 5. So here we have our function, and here we have our inverse. Now just a reminder, right? These are inverses of each other, right? So for example, we could have called this one f of x, but then this would still be the inverse, right? Okay. Now there is one basic property of functions and inverses that you need to know, right? It's the composite function, right? Once you put one function into the other, okay, we should get just x as a final answer. So what does that mean? Right, it means that, okay, this is f of x, right? So in the place of that x, let's put the other function. Let's put the inverse function in there, and then let's see what we get. Okay, so we get 2/3 x minus 5, right? This is f of x. But in the place of the x, let's put in the other function, the inverse function, okay? And this turned out pretty nice. Like, check it out, see what happens. The 2's cancel out, the 3's cancel out, right? So we end up with x plus 5 minus 5, which just equals x, okay? So that's how we verify that we indeed have the inverse, right? When you take the composite function and you simplify, you just end up with x.